Hey everyone, welcome to another Monday mail call. I got something in the mail that wasn't really a surprise once I got it, but I was excited to get it and I'm going to show it to you in a few minutes. But before I do, I wanted to talk a little bit about price guides. I get this question so many times. Everybody says, what price guide do you use? And well, you guys know that this was the very first guide that I ever got. It's Paper Money of the United States. It may not have been the first book, but this is the first edition of Paper Money of the United States that I own. You can see this one here is the 21st edition, and I wore this thing out. I wore it out so bad. When you open it up, the first few pages will just pop right out of this thing. They just come out like this. I went through this book. This book never left my hand. I mean, just it's shredded on the sides. The back is wore from my hands. I wore this thing out. Now, this book was put out in 2017, if I recall. And I remember buying this note. And it's my $1,000 bill. Still haven't gotten it graded. And you can see I bought it. There's the price. But just for fun, let's look this up. We have a 1934A G $1,000 bill. Okay. Now, I know that this book doesn't list all the grades, but we'll look at the lowest grade just as an example. Okay. And here we go. $1,000 bills. We're looking at a 1934A from Chicago. That would be 2212G. And you can see that the first column that lists is $2,250. And just in case you're curious, that's for an extra fine 40, EF 40. So in a 40, in my original book, this was $2,250. Now mine's not a 40. I knew that. The thing is, though, like I said, is I wore this book out. Now, they don't put this book out every single year. Every couple years, every 3, 4, 5 years, they put out this book. So after wearing out my book, I was so excited to get the new one. This is the one you guys all have. This one here is the 22nd edition, the blue book. And knowing that the pages fell out in my other book, I took this one to a printer and had them put in a spiral. That way I could open the book up and I could lay it flat and I could do my research. Now, to have this spiral done, I actually went to Office Max. I think it cost me $5 to be able to lay this book flat. By doing that, you risk running through the edge here, running through the binder and missing some stuff. But in the long run, your book lays flat and you don't have to worry about pages potentially falling out. Now, as you can see by this book, I have wore this book out as well. Almost wore through the cover on this book. But what did we have on that $1,000 bill? We had $2,250, right? So let's see. Once again, 34A from Chicago. Here's the thousands. 34A from Chicago. Number 22122G. Instead of $2,250, it lists it at $2,700 in that EF40. So that is moving along just fine, isn't it? Well, this is a mail call video. Why would I be doing all this during a mail call? It's because I got mail. No, I did not get a $5,000 bill. I got the 23rd edition of Paper Money of the United States. Brand new, hot off the presses, just came out. You cannot buy this on Amazon. You cannot buy it on eBay, at least not yet. Currently, what you have to do is you have to go to the publisher to get the book. I have over 9,000 subscribers, and 2 subscribers told me that this book might be out. And I wasn't going to say anything until I could prove that the book was out. Book's out. There's your proof. The book is out. Now, in order to get the book, what you're going to have to do is you're going to have to go to the website of the publisher, and I'm just going to use this book because it's so much easier. There's the publisher, Coin and Currency Institute. Email info there. You can just Google Coin and Currency Institute. It will take you there to the actual web page, and I'll put a link down below so that you can just click on it that way. If I remember correctly, it was $48 for the book. The site is not particularly user-friendly. I was convinced that when I had put in my credit card information that I was just completely scammed. But the book showed up. So yes, it is the real deal. It's very simplistic. It's very basic. Maybe a bug or two here or there. But yeah, as soon as I clicked pay, I checked and they sent me a receipt. The receipt didn't have a shipping date or anything like that. So I was convinced that all I did was actually pre-order the book. But 4 days later, here it is. So you can look forward to top 10 lists of different changes and values, all kinds of fun stuff. It's the standard book. It does have a whole new chapter in it regarding refunding certificates, and where is it? There was another section up front here that was new stuff that wasn't in here before. Treasury notes of the Panic of 1837. Here's Treasury notes of the Mexican-American War. So it has a lot more Treasury notes listed in it, which is cool. Oh yeah, I have a $1,000 bill. In the original book, this was $2,250. In the blue book, this was $2,700. Now, once again, not in this condition, but that's the lowest price that they listed. So I'm not saying that this was $2,700 there. I have not gotten the spiral on this one, so I will. Let's take a peek, because I don't know if you noticed, but prices have gone up a little bit. Are you guys following prices? Let's see what we got here. Series of 1934A, Chicago 2212G, $4,250 in an EF40. $4,250. That's up $2,000 from the original book that I showed you guys. I can't wait to dive into this. This is going to be fun to see how much prices have changed. It's always great when you have a book backing prices. Being that this book just came out, this is the most accurate these prices are going to be. And the problem is, it's a book, which means they probably put most of these prices together a few months ago. So still, when using a price guide, understand that it's a guide, truly a guide. Is this note worth $1,000 or is it worth $20,000? Well, according to the guide, it could be in that $2,000 to $4,000 range. Okay, good. Don't pay $10,000 for this. See how a guide works? It will guide you. If the price guide says a note is worth $300 and the guy wants to sell his for $400, okay, maybe you can find one for $300. But if you want that note, at least you know the book value is $300. Is the guy trying to get you a little bit? Yeah. But if you want to pay that extra $100 for that note, it's because you want the note right then and there. If the guy wants $4,000 for his $300 note, then you can tell him whatever. But that's how you use a guide to get you in the area of a particular price. I was excited to see this. I was excited to get a video out for this. I was excited to show you how much values have jumped since I started doing this almost 10 years ago now. And yeah, like I said, look forward to top 10s showing different price gainers, because that's going to be exciting. Anyway, I will put a link down below for the website. Get yours now. Here we go, guys. Have fun. All right. If you have anything for mail call, you can send it to Stu Pluback Currency, P.O. Box 171, Russell, Illinois, 60075. Thanks for watching. I'll see you soon.